Okay, so I think I've done like a manager story before about where I literally did the devil's tango with my manager, and you guys absolutely destroyed it. And I think it was one of the very first story times I ever told on this channel. But little do you guys know, there has been another occasion. Actually, to be honest, there's only 3 occasions, but this is the second one. If you guys do want to hear the other one, I guess you guys have to click that like button and subscribe. And also, if you guys want to, make sure you guys follow the Twitch and come to the Discord server to actually come talk to us and hang out. It'll be awesome to talk to you guys. And also, maybe I can give you guys some insights on all the devil's tango I've been doing recently. Now, let's get straight into this. Yo, what is going on, you guys? My name's Bubba, and welcome back to another crazy story. So this story actually takes place back when I worked at a grocery store. Yes, I said it, a literal grocery store. Now, obviously, this was kind of like back in high school. So, you know, at this time and age, like either I was working at a restaurant, but this was the first time I actually wanted to go into like a retail kind of thing. But to be honest, any actual like clothing store I've been to, they all said no to me basically because I didn't have the resume, since all my resumes were basically me being in the kitchen. But honestly, I just decided to go to a grocery store because my mom thought it'd be a cool idea to like get more experience in a way, even though I just ended up being a YouTuber at the end of it. But you know, win-win scenario. But anyways, I remember I worked at this basic grocery store that, you know, had a lot of young people working there. And honestly, like by young, I mean basically like a lot of people my age. And when you guys get a job, you guys will automatically notice this, but every workplace you guys actually like go into, or you start working a new job, you guys will realize who's friends with who to stay away from, who to take orders from. It's kind of like high school, but like in a more financial way. And I say financial way because you're making money. Unlike school, you're getting a piece of paper. But anyways, going on with the story, I remember there was a certain day, it was on a Friday night, and I remember I was stocking shelves in the morning. I took a morning shift that time because for some reason the manager wanted to talk to me like later on throughout the day, and I just didn't know why. But anyways, I was working and I was putting stuff away, and I remember I was going down the candy aisle and I was putting candy away because that's where the candy went, obviously. But as I was putting candy away, I remember one of the little Asian girls that worked at like the grocery store walked up to me, and everyone liked this little Asian girl for some reason. Like she was really nice, she was really kind, and she was a genuine person. But at the same time, she was like a goody two shoes, but like not everyone was a fan of her because apparently she was a snake. I don't know. To be honest, I didn't care enough. Like I said, I was putting candy away, and when she walked up to me, she said, "So apparently word around is that you're getting a promotion soon." I remember looking at her and I'm like, I've only been here for 2 months. How am I getting a promotion? And then she said, well, apparently one of the managers is really like enjoying how you do work and really likes you, and I think she wants to promote you. And when she said I realized what manager it was. Apparently there was a girl night manager who was like really, how do I put this? Basically one of those people that act like they're still in high school, even though they're fully graduated, but still can't get out of that high school mindset. And obviously for me, I didn't care enough, to be honest, because let's be real here, when I go to work or when I do any sort of work in general, I kind of just put my head down and just focus on it. But when she told me it was like a promotional kind of thing, I kind of got excited. I'm not gonna lie, because obviously promotion equals more money equals my pocket, and more money equals video games, and video games is where I like. So obviously then I asked her, oh, like did like something happen? Like did I do something right? Like I don't know, like what do you mean by that? Because obviously I didn't understand what was going on at the moment when she was telling me I was gonna get a promotion. But then she said, I don't know, just go to her office and see what she wants. So obviously I finished putting the candy away and I went up to the office where she was basically sitting at all day. Because I'm not gonna lie, the managers of the grocery store, they either go out, count like what's in stock, and then they just go back upstairs and sit for like hours just talking about how sad their life is because they work at a grocery store. But as I headed up the elevator and I walked into the office she was in, I remember she had like 2 other people in there. And when she saw me, I'm not joking when I say this, she smiled like I've never seen before. So either this was gonna be a really good promotion, or I was about to, you know, do the devil's tango. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Not yet, anyway. But going on, I remember she ended up clearing out the room. And when she cleared out the room, she closed the door and said, all right, Bubba, so I actually need to talk to you about something very special you can do for this company. And when she said that, I kind of got like this vibe that I was going to become a manager for some reason. But then she ended up saying, you're going to be working the graveyard shift. Wait, what? Yeah, she wanted me literally work the graveyard shift. Reminder, I was in high school at the time. So this is really, really off-putting because obviously that ruins the sleep schedule. And also, get your good night's sleep because seriously, you could die from not sleeping. Unless you're grinding on YouTube, then don't sleep. Keep the grind up. But anyways, like I was saying though, so basically, when she told me she wanted me to work the graveyard shift, I kind of had to worry because I told her like, oh, like I'm in school. I don't know if I can do it. Like, you know, like I don't know if it's a good idea. But then she went on to say, oh, you'll be making $2 more than your normal wage. And when she said said $2 more, honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of happy about it. Like, let's be real here, guys. Making money nowadays is absolutely just a pain in the butt. So obviously, I'm gonna take it. Even though I gotta sacrifice, like, let's see, 8 hours of sleep. I don't think it's a total loss for $2 extra every hour. Like, it's not bad. But then I ended up, you know, signing the piece of paper saying I'll do the graveyard shift, and she gave me the weekends to do the graveyard shift, so my sleep schedule in school wouldn't be so messed up. But once I signed the paper, I remember she put her phone on the table, and it was on Snapchat, and she told me, hey, like, I'm gonna like need your Snapchat to like give you your schedule, by the way. I'll just send it to you once I get it set up. So you're not gonna email me it, is what I asked her afterwards. But she said, no, like, we prefer to like be direct contact with just, you know, Snapchat or like Instagram. I just think it's a lot more like convenient, and also like knowing like, you know, we're like teenagers. She was 27. Knowing like teenagers, I think it would just work out. Okay, yeah, well, sure, whatever. So I remember I ended up giving her my Snapchat, funny enough. I remember going back down, and I was gonna like, you know, clock out for my shift, and when I did, the Asian girl walked back up to me. She said, hey, did you know like the manager like is actually like very interested in you for some reason? And I'm like, oh yeah, like you're right, like she gave me a promotion. But then she told me, no, like she's actually like really interested in you. This is where I started to worry. If you guys didn't see the first story time of me doing my manager, obviously you guys would understand, like, you know, I've been down this path, except last time was in a restaurant, this time it's in a grocery store. But like I was saying though, like it was kind of just like winging it. But anyways, I kind of just chose to ignore it, and I went home. When I went home, she ended up sending me a schedule. I worked at a Saturday night, and I went to work that night. When I got there, it was super dark out, and when I entered the store, nobody was there. Like, it was scary how quiet a grocery store can be when there's nobody there. Like, not even music is playing. Like, it's silent, dead silent. But at the same time, the lights were still on. It was actually pretty cool. And when I walked through the door and, you know, I went upstairs and stuff, and I went to go put my bag away, I saw the manager. When she saw me, she walked up to me and said, are you ready for your first shift? Obviously, I said, yeah, because hell, what else am I going to do at like 12 at night in a grocery store? So she gave me the basic rundown of what to do, what things to put away. And I'm going to be honest, I kind of liked it. She let me put on my headphones, listen to some Juice WRLD, and I basically just jammed out and put stuff away. And honestly, it goes bumping hard when you're listening to Lucid Dreams putting stuff away 12 at night at a grocery store. I don't know, it's just a different vibe. Trust me, if you guys ever do it, comment under this video and tell me how you liked it. Like, honestly, like, I don't know, it was just a vibe. Anyways, as I was putting things away, I remember the night manager ended up like coming up beside me, and she was also putting things away with me. But then she was talking to me as I was like listening to Juice WRLD, and I didn't realize it till like halfway through her sentence. So I remember I took out my headphones and I was like, oh, like, what's up? She said, did you not just hear like what I just said? And I said, no, like, I didn't hear you. Sorry. Like, I was listening to Juice WRLD. And then she told me, oh, like, I like Juice WRLD too. Like, he's actually so awesome. Rip Juice, by the way. I forgot to mention that in this video. But going on, she ended up saying, oh, well, while you weren't listening, I guess I was just complimenting you and how cute you looked. Bruh, you're telling me my manager called me cute 12 at night when I'm looking busted as hell, and she thinks me in sweatpants is cute? Like, don't get me wrong, they come off easy, but like, okay, anyways. So we ended up just talking about basic outfits, and we're just talking about, you know, school. At least I was talking about school. She was talking about how she still lives with her mom, and so on and so forth. And then what ended up happening afterwards was pretty awkward. And I say pretty twice because it was awkward. As we were putting things away, she kind of like started like going out of things in my cart, and she put her hand in my cart when I put my hand in there, and we kind of like touched hands. Now, usually that wouldn't be a big deal, but then she like went from touching my hand to like going up my arm and grabbing my shoulder, and then she ended up making out with me in the middle of the grocery store. When she did that, I remember she literally looked at me and she's like, come with me. She grabbed me by my hand. We went to the elevator, and when we got into the elevator, she like pressed a button as the door closed that made the whole elevator just stop. And then I'm not gonna lie to you guys, that's when we ended up doing the Devil's Tango. So that went on for, I want to say, like 2 hours of our night. And I remember the phone rang. It was like 2 a.m. The phone rang for some reason. It was one of the delivery guys that delivered things at night, apparently. And she like basically got her clothes on, and she was like saying like, oh, like we're on the way right now. And we went down, and I'm not gonna lie, her hair was all messed up. My hair was all messed up. Like we were going at it in the elevator for like I said, 2 hours almost. So it was pretty busted. And then afterwards, I remember she looked at me and she just kept winking at me as like we were getting the order in. And then I remember how weird I felt, but honestly, like it wasn't that bad. And let's just say, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I ended up quitting, I want to say a month after, because, you know, even though she was way older than me, I'm not gonna lie, she was too much to handle sometimes. And sometimes you need to draw your boundaries. Anyways, guys, that is basically it for the story. Make sure you guys leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Seriously, thank you guys for all the love and support. Make sure you guys join the Discord server, come hang out, and just be awesome. And like I always say, fall for more embarrassing stories. Peace out, guys.